You're listening to EPN, the ePodcast Network.
Welcome to Enterprise Radio, the signature show of EPN, the Entrepreneur Podcast Network, your channel for exclusive interviews with entrepreneurs, small business owners, and some of the world's top executives who share business strategies and insights that can all help you build your business, leading to your business success. And now, broadcasting from anywhere between Brazil, South America to Los Angeles, California, it is your host, Eric Dye.
This is Eric Dye, and once again, welcome to Enterprise Radio, a part of EPN, the Entrepreneur Podcast Network. Today, we are speaking with Vanessa Baker, hybrid marketer and owner of Fast Forward Marketing that helps small businesses with digital marketing in the Chicago area and beyond. Vanessa, certainly a pleasure to have you with us today on Enterprise Radio.
Thank you, Eric. I'm so happy to be here.
And certainly great to have you, and looking forward to not only hearing about your company, Fast Forward Marketing, but some more advice and information on digital marketing for small businesses. Really good to have you today. So for starters, tell us, what is inbound marketing and how is it different from traditional marketing?
Well, Eric, inbound marketing is different from traditional marketing in that traditional marketing is kind of outbound, meaning advertising, pushing out. For example, a trade show, radio, advertising, billboards, something that pushes it to a large audience, and you're hoping that in that large audience, a person or two may be interested in your product or service. Versus inbound marketing is to be found naturally, for example, being found in search engines like Google, blogging, podcasting, just like the one that we're doing right now. And social media. So it's kind of being found kind of where your consumers are naturally. So that's the difference.
Great explanation. Thanks for that. Now, give us some tips, if you would, about content marketing.
Sure, Eric. There's a quote that I like to use by Robert Rose in that marketing is telling the world that you are a rock star, and content marketing is showing the world that you are one. So content marketing starts with identifying your ideal audience and the top pain points that they're facing, and then creating educational content that speaks to your buyers with a consistent user experience. Some different content types that you might want to experiment with are case studies, a white paper, infographics, making video, influencer-driven content, like reaching out to people who are subject matter experts in your field, crowdsourced content, which is fun, ways to get your consumers to engage with you and send you information on how they're utilizing your product or service, podcasts, which this is an awesome one, ebooks, webinars, and there are other ideas that are coming out all the time that are really fun to try, and so I encourage everyone to experiment with some of those ways to do it.
Also, if you would, give us some ideas about conversion optimization.
Certainly. So basically, let me explain what conversion is in case people who are listening are not familiar with it. Conversion rate is a percentage of users who take a desired action. The archetypical example of conversion rate is the percentage of website visitors who buy something on the site. So some things that my small business clients want to do is to increase that number, that percentage of people who are coming in versus people who are buying. Some ways to help, close the deal for the small business owner is to add video, add call to action, otherwise known as CTA, test colors and positions of the CTA, for example, choosing a warmer color for a button, making it super easy to schedule or buy your product or service. For example, having one-to-one messaging as a feature of your website. Small paragraphs so that the consumer does not have to read too long to get their information, and utilizing small sentences to also add ease of use. So that's some ideas for you as far as conversion rate optimization.
And much appreciated today. We are joined by Vanessa Baker, hybrid marketer and owner of Fast Forward Marketing that helps small businesses with digital marketing in the Chicago area and beyond here on Enterprise Radio, a part of the Entrepreneur Podcast Network. Don't forget, you can follow the show on Twitter at ePodcast Network, and we're also streaming on demand 24/7 on TuneIn Radio and the TuneIn Radio app for your listening convenience. Now, continuing on, Vanessa, why do businesses still do email marketing?
Yeah, that's a good question. 91% of people, Eric, unsubscribe from businesses' emails. So, yeah, why do businesses still do it? Well, I'll tell you, it is cost effective. It is easy to implement, and there's a trackable ROI or return on investment. Here's some quick tips, Eric. I recommend that you leverage your current email lists. Leverage your resources. Can you draw email addresses off of for example, your client database? Can you leverage email addresses off of associations or organizations that you belong to? Put opt-ins in as a gate for valuable content on your site, or try it on your blog information. So have people opt in and sign up in an easy way on your site. Also, I recommend that people utilize autoresponders. Some good examples of autoresponders are, for example, like you can schedule a message after someone purchases something on your site. You can send a post-purchase message requesting a product review. You can utilize it to recommend other products. You can send suggestions for date-based renewals or reorders, and you can send messages triggered by website visits or browsing behavior. And some examples of email marketing autoresponders are MailChimp and Constant Contact. Both have that functionality that's easy for a small business to use.
Also, a lot of businesses are local. Any tips for the local folks that are looking for traffic?
Certainly, Eric. So here's 5 quick tips for local optimization. The first is to get reviews. Google Maps is a great place to get reviews. I highly recommend that everyone know the link to where they are on Google. Also, start a blog. Make sure to refresh your blog on a consistent basis, for example, weekly. Add something new. It doesn't have to be a huge, long article, although the longer, the better. You can, for example, blog a video or a photo or an interesting link to some other piece of content that supports your product or service. I recommend also taking advantage of the free service of Google My Business. You can post photos on your Google business profile and get user-generated photos. How you would access that is go to mybusiness.google.com. Also, I recommend that you get links. For example, sponsor a group on meetup.com. That's a great way to engage with a local base of consumers in your area, and you can get a link to your website from them. And also, to optimize your website for local SEO, make sure your contact information, exactly as it is in my Google My Business, is listed on your website. Add the city, state, and zip code of your business to your site's title tags. Reference the city, state, wherever it makes sense on your content. So, for example, if you're a local orthodontist, you would put, orthodontist, for example, where I live, at Crystal Lake, Illinois. And that's it, Eric.
Certainly, Vanessa, appreciate all the details and information on digital marketing so far. Taking that a little further, we know how important it is to make sure our websites are compatible with mobile devices. Everyone has mobile devices in their hands today. How can a business optimize their mobile website?
Certainly. So in the latest iterations of Google's algorithm, they're basically favoring mobile-friendly sites above others, and sometimes not even showing a site if it is not mobile-friendly. So I encourage everyone to make sure that their site is mobile-friendly. So what I would recommend is that everyone check their website for mobile friendliness. And I'm going to send you, Eric, a URL that we can put in the show notes for everyone to access, and it's free of charge. The second thing to do is to consider text marketing. Is something that consumers like. You can send them limited quantity offers and exclusive information. Typically performs very well.
And of course, we know that SEO is very important for businesses to be found on the web. How can a business optimize SEO for their websites?
Absolutely. So, Eric, I've got 8 quick tips for SEO or search engine optimization. For people that are not familiar with that, it's having your site organically rise to the top of search rankings for your business. So the first thing I recommend people do is to look for quality directory listings online. You can claim directory listings, for example, 5 to 10 per week by hand, meaning like yourself on the computer. You can add photos and correct information and make sure information is standard to the name, address, phone number, or NAP or NAP on Google My Business. So that's where Google My Business is so important. For example, directory listings could be on Apple's map listing. It could be on Yahoo, which is, I believe, you'd have to pay for that. It would be in all the different directories that there are online. For example, your chamber directory, if it's a local business, or associations. Make sure all of those links are online. Number 2, look at your page speed. Work on making it 85 score or better with your web developer. And there's ways to shrink down images to make sure that things work. Your site is moving faster. Number 3, sign up for Google Search Console. And I can send you that link in the show notes as well, Eric. And it's a free service provided by Google that allows you to better understand how the search engines view your site. Using the tools within Google Search Console will help to optimize your site's performance and keep you aware of any problems with your site. And you can work with your developer to implement it. Number 4, identify and fix any broken links on the website. Dead pages are defined as broken links, they are in typically almost everyone's sites. They're links that are links on a page of a site that lead nowhere and can hurt your standing with Google. So I can send you the link in the show notes for the broken link checker as well. And number 5, make sure that your business name, address, and phone number, NAP or NAP, are filled in correctly on your Google My Business page. I keep talking about this, Eric, because it's so important. Number 6, choose in Google My Business, choose the best categories for your business. Number 7, fill in all the information on Google My Business that is required, like description, photos, videos, and additional details. Number 8, in Google Maps, make sure your business's map pin is at the correct location, and make sure you don't have duplicate listings on Google Maps. Those are my 8 quick tips for SEO.
Awesome stuff. Lastly, Vanessa, how can a business optimize their social media marketing? If you're not linked in some way with social media, businesses are really way behind.
Absolutely. So social media is a whole world. I mean, I could talk all day to you, Eric, about social media, but I'm just going to give you just a couple ideas of ways that you can take advantage of the terrific resources in. First, I'd like to say that social media is worth investing in. Everyone's prospects are on it. In addition, social media offers to a business owner free listening tools. It helps you with content marketing. You can put in, for example, the product or service that you offer or a category of business that you have in there and kind of get people's reactions to that information to utilize for content marketing. You can also use listening like Google Alerts for your business and Twitter Advanced Search. It enables you to search for words, phrases, hashtags, and users for listening for what is important. It basically goes back to the first point that I made, Eric, which was that content marketing is identifying the top pain points that your consumers have and then creating educational content around it. So social media is that way of content marketing that enables you to share that educational content.
Well, Vanessa, it certainly has been great to have had you. A wealth of information shared here today. It's even gotten me to the point of thinking how we can implement some of these tips that you shared here today. Where can listeners get more information, be in touch, and that kind of thing?
Thank you, Eric. So my website address is www.fastforwardcl for Crystal Lake.com, and my phone number is 815-451-5230.
Again, Vanessa, we thank you for your time, and thanks for joining us here today on Enterprise Radio. Certainly look forward to the opportunity of having you back with us again.
Thank you, Eric. You too. Have a great day.
And you as well. We've been speaking with Vanessa Baker, hybrid marketer and owner of Fast Forward Marketing that helps small businesses with digital marketing in the Chicago area and beyond. And for more information, visit fastforwardcl.com. And this is Eric Dye, and you've been listening to Enterprise Radio, a part of EPN, the Entrepreneur Podcast Network. Pick up our iPhone or Android mobile app for your exclusive mobile listening convenience. And once again, we do thank you for tuning in.
Thanks again for listening to Enterprise Radio here on the Entrepreneur Podcast Network. To subscribe for future programming, simply visit epodcastnetwork.com.
This is the ePodcast Network.